Welcome to Cougan's Corner. Good to see you. I have another product I'm going to review for you. Something that I didn't even know that I really wanted. But a company reached out to me and wanted me to review their product. And I'm going to be unboxing the, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, Boyata. You can tell me if that was the right way to pronounce it down in the comments. But this is a laptop stand. I've seen many of them reviewed. Never really had much of an interest in having one. But now that I've got my hands on one of these things, I can tell you this is a pretty awesome laptop stand. So I'm gonna open it up. It's a very simple design. Again, as you can see here, it's pretty light, made of aluminum. Has a place where the device can kind of have some breathing area a little bit. Has some feet on here to keep things from slipping. And then this thing is adjustable. Has some packing material here. Get rid of that. And it also has these feet right here, so that when you're laying your device in there to keep it from going down. This is rated to carry anything from 11 inches all the way up to 17 inches. And what I'm really impressed with is how much weight you can put on this thing. It can hold up to 44 pounds. I wouldn't recommend putting that much weight on there. I don't know what you'd have that would be that heavy, but it will hold a lot. This is very, very stable. You get it on here, it's not going anywhere. You look at a lot of the other stands, and I did this and went on YouTube and looked at some of the other laptop stands, and some of them are kind of flimsy. Wouldn't really want to trust them that much. This thing isn't going anywhere. Now, the only negative thing that I could even begin to say about this device, and it's not really a negative, but it will be difficult for some people to be able to maneuver this thing. It does take some strength to be able to move this at the different angles, however you want it. But you want that, because if you don't have that strength in these hinges to where it's difficult to move, if I begin to put some sort of heavy laptop on this and I just barely touch it, then it would start sinking down, and that would be very, very annoying. So let me show you some of the examples of what you can do here, some of the things I thought of. First of all, I have my iPad Pro, have it on my Magic Keyboard. And usually if I'm going to be doing something, I use this Magic Keyboard a lot. But if you didn't have that Magic Keyboard, you could simply put this on your stand here, and you could use it to be able to watch things. You could really raise this up, and you could have it up a little bit higher than you can on the Magic Keyboard, and that would be great for watching things. And you could also use it to hold your iPad if you're going to be drawing things using the pencil. And you can also set this in your lap, and that's how I would probably use this. I would set it in my lap as I'm laying down, and I would use it to adjust the angle so I could watch things on it, and so it'd be great for that. Okay, also have a Surface Pro. Now I would use the Surface Pro basically the same way if I was going to watch a movie or something like that in my lap. As you can see, when I have the Surface Pro down on the table, you can see how low it is. And this is one of the advantages of having this particular stand, is that it allows you to be able to get your eye contact up higher where you're not all bent over. As you can see here, you know, I'm having to look down, and even though this table is raised a little higher than a normal desk, I'm having to really look down to be able to see what I'm typing. But if I wanted to make things a little bit better, I could put this up at any angle I wanted, or I wanted to, I could lower it down like this, and I could still use this kickstand. Now that comes really close to the edge. It's the first time I've used it with the Surface Pro. But I could put this like this at this angle. As you can see from there, this is the angle that it's at. But this raises it up a lot higher, and my field of vision is able to see the screen better. And then I could, if I wanted to have a little bit more angle on it, Again, I could raise this up a little bit. Again, that's a little bit, after you get it in place, you won't have to worry about that. You can adjust your screen where you want it at. Now this isn't the best setting for the Surface Pro, since this is not quite long enough on the back side. But anyway, it worked fairly well for this as you played with it, give you at least some raising it up, especially if you're using a second monitor and having it over to the side. That'll make it a lot better for you can have your monitors side by side. Now this would work just like I did with the iPad Pro, is if I turn this over and I'm wanting to watch a movie or something, again, this allows me to really get this to crank up. Like this. As you can see, this goes up a lot higher whenever you get it adjusted. Like I said, it is stiff, and so you'll have to really muscle through it to get it to raise up. But once it's in place, it's not going anywhere. And you could have this up really high on your lap or wherever, and you can be watching this. You could also, you can see another situation this thing is used for is for you if you're docking to another computer, again, looking over at another monitor, or even if you just had a device by itself, you can put your keyboard down here, and you can, an external keyboard, and then you can be able to look at your screen. It'll be up higher and give you better posture, and it won't be as much wear and tear on your neck and give you tech neck. Okay, now one last one I want to show you, and this is certainly a beefy computer. This is my 17-inch Alienware computer, and so there's a lot to this. I got to stand up to be able to see over top of it. I know you can barely see my face, but anyway, you can see the angle that this is at. And you know, you could, at this desk, I could actually be standing up. Again, this desk is a little bit taller, as this already is a stand-up desk. But anyway, this puts this way up here where if I wanted to stand up, I could use it in a stand-up position where it's at an angle. And again, you can see the angle here, like that. And then you can adjust this thing down wherever you want it to, like that. It can be more flat. And what the great thing is that I've learned from this, even using this big old laptop that's 17 inches, I can push this all the way down to where it's flat. And again, it just gives it a boost of about, I guess I'm thinking about 2 inches. I don't have a tape measure here, but it raises it up about 2 inches, and it would be just like it was giving you a little bit extra height if you were sitting at a desk. If you wanted it to have a little bit of an angle, again, you can just raise this thing up a bit. Give yourself a little bit of an angle like this, and then you can be able to use it to type, and gives you a little bit more height on that to where you're not looking down as much. And so all I have really is a bunch of praise for this particular little device. It's, like I said, it's not that heavy. It's made of aluminum, very durable, and you could definitely slide this into your backpack if you wanted to take it with you. Now, I've seen other laptop stands that collapse down and things like that, but they were pretty flimsy. And so I definitely can recommend this. I'll show it to you on, or give you an Amazon link down in the description. And it is available in 3 colors. There's space gray, but then there's this silver one. This is the one I have. It looks nice as well. And then there's also rose gold. So give it a try. I think this will probably be the best laptop stand that I have seen so far.